Yeah! YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. Today, I want to talk about something a little bit different than what I normally talk about. I'm normally talking about storylines. I'm normally talking about wrestling news and stuff like that. But today, I want to specifically talk about something that's been weighing on my mind for a very long time. I touched on this briefly like 2 years ago, but I'm back on it. I'm talking about the wrestling belts, and I'm talking about the quality of wrestling belts, replica belts off of WWEshop.com, and how I low-key, high-key feel like they're scamming us to an extent when you really look at the semantics. Now, my first championship replica belt that I ever bought was the Undisputed Championship, the WWE Undisputed Championship. That's always been my favorite one overall, because guys that I looked up to and held in high regard, such as Eddie Guerrero, had the championship, and that was around the time where I was able to consciously watch wrestling and I understood what was going on. Now, as a baby, as a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, I was in front of the TV looking at the shit, and I didn't really know what was going on clearly. Towards the time that I started watching wrestling and I started understanding what was going on in wrestling, it was about 2002, 2003, around that time, the Ruthless Aggression era. So this was the main championship, the World Heavyweight Championship too as well, hence as to why I got the World Heavyweight Championship back here. This is not the World Heavyweight Championship from the Ruthless Aggression era. This is more so right around 2011, 2012, when Mark Henry and Randy Orton held it, and it has the red part inside of it. Now, I wanted to get, I'm not going to really talk too much about this one, mainly because this is the commemorative one. I got this on a sale. The commemorative one is basically the plastic gold in the fake leather for the most part, even though even the replica one feels like fake leather. But basically, I got this one on sale, and I just was like, fuck it, I kind of want to get it. I'm at some point, I'm gonna get a better one, and fuck, I might do a giveaway or something like that at some point, who knows. This one is cool, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's clearly not like this one. This one is a little bit different. You can tell the difference off just picking it up. This one is a little bit more heavier. This is the replica belt. This is the replica belt, and I spent about close to $500 on this one. While I spent about $150 for this one, and I also got it on sale. So originally it was priced at maybe like $250, about $300, and I got it for $150. So this is cool. I feel like at some point my overall goal is to get all of the Ruthless Aggression belts. So the next one I want to get is the Intercontinental title, the one that looks like an oval, the one that Rob Van Dam was wearing, the one that Edge was rocking, the one that William Regal had. That, then next probably get the United States Championship, the classic US title, and then get the tag team titles, both of them, the World Tag Team and the WWE Tag Team that Los Guerreros used to carry a lot, and Rey Mysterio in them. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. Ever since Mattel took over making the toys and all of that stuff, the belts truly suffered. I miss Jakks Pacific. They were a lot better when it came to getting details right and getting just like the little small things right in regard to championship belts. This was a little bit before the time I was able to purchase championship belts. I grew up poor. I didn't have it like that, so the best thing I was getting was the little styrofoam fake plastic belt that they sold in Toys R Us. That was the only one that I was probably going to be able to get, really and truly. Now, that when they was making belts for that era, that was the greatest era for belts, when WWE was actually making straps that meant something. You know, that was back when you had to get it out of the toy book. You had to get it out the WWE toy book to get the real belt. You know, you had to order it online. You could have ordered it online, but mostly you was getting it out of the magazine book, and it was lit. That was a time. That was a time. But now you can always tell the difference between, because they call it the replica belt, and it's supposed to replicate how the belts look in WWE, but it truly doesn't. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna put this one right here for a second, and I'm gonna put y'all on game. So yes, the replica belt is a little bit more heavy than the commemorative belt. But here's the thing I don't care for when it comes to these belts. So the leather, back in the day, or even now with championship belts, the way they carry the championship belts, you can do a little bit of everything and move these things every which way. This just has a solid shape. This right here, this type of leather, is not the same leather that they use in the WWE for the actual belts that they carry around. This is just, it makes you feel like it's a toy. This doesn't make you necessarily, like, it's cool to carry to the shows and stuff like that, and you know you get to take pictures with certain people like, yo, that's a cool belt, you know, you meeting new people and stuff like that. That's cool. But this is nothing like the championship that the John Cena's and JBLs used to hold, because take a look at the leather. Look at the leather. When somebody in WWE is carrying a belt, they can move the belt every which way, folding it and all of that, and it's no problem. And that's because the leather is a lot more authentic in the WWE's version of these championships versus the ones that's made today. You know, and you can fold it every which way without the shape coming out or anything. And you can't really do that now with these belts. Like, look, I'm folding it this way, and you can still kind of see that it's trying to come out and go back to its original form. As to the belts that they carry in the WWE, if you fold it like this, it's going to stay folded like this. You know what I'm saying? And real spill, you start to notice that WWEshop.com, they're robbing people, man. And I'm going to be real. For the next type of belts I get, or the next wave of belts I get, I'm 100% going to go to an independent person who may put more energy and more thought into creating these belts. Because I'm gonna be real, I'm happy I got this, because when I go to wrestling shows, I get compliments about it. And this Undisputed Championship, you can't really find this online. You can't really find this on the WWEshop.com. Like, it comes and goes. It comes in waves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might find it, you might not find it. But I'm happy about the fact that I have it. Don't get me wrong. This is my first one. I get very nostalgic when I look at this. But this is not the type of championship that Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar and them was carrying back in the day. And that's just how it is. And that's because it's under new management. This has been under new management for years. This is nothing new. But you definitely can tell the difference between this and the title belts that they carry on TV. That's all I wanted to say, and I highly recommend anybody who is looking to buy a new replica belt or get a new championship, I recommend that you do your research and look at an independent or a third party that will probably capture the feeling of these belts a little bit better than said WWE shop. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Am I reaching? I don't think I'm reaching. This is something that I've been paying close attention to for years, because the championship makes the man, and the man also makes the championship. But the championship gotta look pretty. You know what I'm saying? When I walk outside with these things, which I don't often, but when I'm on my way to a show, I want motherfuckers to look and be like, yeah, nah, he killed it with that one. He smoked that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.